citizen. And I was listening all the time, but I was involved in talking, chatting, being together. We had a great relationship with VSB. It was tremendous, all the way through, and then took on their theatre tours around the place. And here again is another way in which kind of like students, university students, would join up to do the theatre and stuff like that, and then we'd take them around to all the community centres around the place. And they were experiencing a Belfast that they would not have set foot in themselves either. I mean, to be honest, I did have like a diplomatic immunity. Being Australian here was, doors were open, left, right and centre, and I was fated in that regard. And I had a nothing's a problem, no worries kind of attitude in those days. But it's what's needed. It was a safety valve. Everyone wanted to look after me, so I was moved away from, I had no troubles at all. People sort of steered me clear in quite a number of occasions from areas where, we don't involve him, move him away. Now, that's a very good thing. That's a very caring kind of thing. But it gives me not a skewed, but a different understanding of what was actually going. Although I was seeing on the ground because I had access to the worst areas. But that was 81. It was incredible. It was an eye-opener. I was aware of quite a lot of things. I think that was the main reason why I kept being here, because there was that ability to go and do and set things up that I had been used to, that had been a feature, I guess, of my university days. Ability not to be part of, not to have limitations of wife, children, all that sort of stuff. Living out of a bag, and you could do all these things. You could move places, and people enjoyed just that injection of enthusiasm or what is possible, and you make it. What can happen? When you were working with these young people in sort of these kind of working class areas in East Belfast, did you make comparisons between sort of housing conditions, living conditions as they were here, and sort of what your own experiences had been back home? In Australia, I come from a neighbourhood where 27 miles to the nearest neighbour. That's unheard of. And by moving around, it was only our close family cell that worked. Here in this country, I mean, half a dozen kids were living with granny and granddad, and the other half of kids were living with mum and dad, but the houses were only the next block. That fierce sense of, you wouldn't come out of your area and go and live in another area. You wanted a house back in the same area, the same street,